I would imagine that this happens from time to time, and how you handle it, I think will really matter, because it's about someone who trusts you and respects you and the artist. Have you ever shot something where, and I don't need you to tell me exactly what it was, but where you're like, yeah, I can't put that in. Like, I can't, because you see a lot of things that are probably very personal, and I mean, they trust you into their green rooms, into the backstage and all of that. So how do you distinguish between what you think is appropriate to put in the edit and send over for approvals, and what you just say, I'm not even going to go there?
Yeah, I think that's one of the best delineations to have a feel for in this job is like the boundary, right? I think a lot of that, the way I like to enter, especially a new camp that I haven't been with, or someone I just, maybe not tour with a bunch, is I try my hardest to lead with as much respect as I can.
Totally.
And, I'll allow them to tell me like, hey dude, you're good. Like you're, come on in, like you're okay. But just, to make sure, whether that's asking them ahead of time of like, hey, like, I know you're doing this later. Like, do you want me there? Do you not want me there? Whatever. To just kind of have that open line of communication, just to show that you're aware, of, this is a personal moment, or this is, something going on. And I think once you just show that you're at least aware, a lot of times the artist will be a little more trusting of like, okay, they get it. Like they understand that what this moment is. So a lot of time I'd say more often than not, they'll let you still film it. As far as using it, that's, that depends. Right. I'd say, like I said, I think intent is really important too, to make sure they feel, like you're on the right side of it. You know what I mean? It's not like you're in there trying to film something that you shouldn't, and they're not sure what's going to happen with it. You know what I mean? Like that should never cross their mind, hopefully. But like, just making sure you're entering the room knowing that you're kind of lucky to be in the room.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
There's countless, everybody that isn't backstage and is out front would kill to be right where you are. And so make sure like you don't forget that, and make sure that, you show them that you're appreciative, and that you're also, wanting to do the moment and their whole night, whatever it is, justice, Yeah. So yeah, I'd say leading with respect that it all boils down to that.
Yeah. Because I mean, you are welcomed into some of the most intimate moments behind the scenes that most people will never see.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think that's why people were so intrigued. And I don't know why my brain always goes back to this movie, but I remember seeing it in theaters, the Katy Perry movie.
Okay.
Where you got the whole scene behind what happened at the show. And I remember it was the breakdown of Russell Brand and her, and how she went on stage right as she got the text or the call that he was wanting a divorce or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, people like you get to see some of those most raw, intimate moments of how they feel before they take the stage. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say walking a tightrope with it, but you got to be really respectful, and that they're real people, with real feelings that day. And sometimes people don't want to be a camera up in their face all the time.
Totally. And I do think too, again, depending on the artist, like I've had a couple moments where either I have filmed something and have, later either told the assistant or told whoever, is like, hey, I was wrong on this, just so you know, like I deleted it. All right. Like it's not, that doesn't exist anymore, what have you. And, again, they're appreciative of it. But then other times, you either don't film something, or I've told them that I have deleted it. And sometimes the artist will be like, no. Like I appreciate, the gesture, but end of the day, like, in 30 years, 40 years, like I may want that moment, to kind of remember, either how vulnerable of a time it was, or whatever the scenario, you
never know if they're going to want to document it in something.
Exactly. Like that could be the moment in a documentary 25, 30 years from now,
Absolutely.
And so a lot of the time it's better, as long as you have that trust and rapport with the artist, it's better to just film it and just make sure, whether the artist or the management or whoever is like, hey, I got this, it's in your guys' hands, but like, to just make sure you get it first, and then you can always delete it after.
Absolutely. It can always be deleted.
yeah,
As long
and
as people trust you, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. But again, it's artists. Some artists just don't even want, because it change, it can change a vibe in the whole room to even have a camera in there, whether they're writing or they're, talking to a fan, or they're going to do some visit, whatever it is. Like, it can just really change the whole vibe in a room. And so sometimes the vibe's more important than the filming and trying to secure the memory of it,
Thanks everybody for watching What's Mine is Yours. Make sure to like and subscribe and to check out more of our other videos.